The walls of Buckingham Palace have seen their fair share of surprises, but no one expected King Charles to make such a special surprise gift to Kate Middleton's mom, Carole, especially not Queen Camilla. The move was bold and unexpected and instantly sent shockwaves through royal circles. After years of carefully balanced royal protocol, why would King Charles go out of his way to honor his daughter-in-law's mother? And more importantly, why did it seem to stun Camilla in a way that suggests something deeper beneath the surface? This is more than just a lavish birthday gesture. It is a statement, one that has reignited old tensions and could change the balance of power within the monarchy forever. For most, a silk scarf is a simple luxury, a touch of elegance and maybe a soft whisper of refinement. But when King Charles presented Kate Middleton's mom with an exclusive bespoke silk scarf, the gift carried far more weight than mere fashion. It was a carefully curated piece of royal history, woven with the finest regal silk sourced from the same historic farms that have supplied Britain's monarchs for centuries. The intricate design was no accident either. Every detail, from the oak leaves and birds inspired by the coronation chair to the heraldic symbols of the four nations of the United Kingdom, spoke volumes about the thought behind the special surprise gift. It was more than just a birthday present. This was a public acknowledgement of Carole Middleton's role within the royal family. Every inch of the silk scarf told a story. The oak leaves represented strength, resilience, and legacy, a nod to the deep-rooted presence Carole Middleton has maintained in the royal family. The birds on the scarf were woven in exquisite detail. They symbolized protection, perhaps reflecting Carole's unwavering support for Kate Middleton, especially in recent months as the Princess of Wales navigated her cancer treatment. The red, white, and blue color palette paid homage to royal heritage, and the borders bore the names of King Charles and Queen Camilla along with the official coronation date. To most, it may seem like a well-thought-out but harmless present. However, in royal circles, gifts are never just gifts. They are statements. They are measured, weighed, and crafted with intent. And for King Charles to publicly present such a significant special surprise gift to Kate Middleton's mom, Carole, was seen as an unmistakable mark of favor. For years, Carole Middleton has been a quiet force behind the scenes. She has provided the kind of stability and care that few outside royal bloodlines have ever been afforded. She has never sought attention or attempted to overstep her role, but her presence has been undeniable. During Kate Middleton's recent health struggles, it was Carole who stepped up in ways that only a mother could. She helped care for the Wales children, offered emotional support to Prince William, and ensured that the household remained steady while Kate focused on her recovery. Many inside the palace privately acknowledged her role as an anchor, but until now, her contributions had never been formally recognized by King Charles himself. This special surprise gift changed that. It was a direct nod to Carole's place within the royal family, a message that her dedication was seen, valued, and appreciated at the highest level. While King Charles's gesture delighted Carole Middleton, it reportedly left Queen Camilla blindsided. For years, Camilla and Carole have shared an uneasy relationship, one shaped by status, protocol, and underlying tensions over their respective roles in Kate's life. While Carole has always remained polite and respectful, insiders have long whispered about Camilla's quiet skepticism toward the Middletons, particularly given their middle-class background and influence over William and Kate. While the Queen Consort has received her fair share of lavish tokens from King Charles, the sheer personal significance of this present for Carole Middleton was undeniable. It was a gesture of appreciation, respect, and perhaps even loyalty, a gesture that Camilla did not expect to be extended so publicly to Kate's mother. For decades, royal customs have dictated that in-laws remain firmly in the background. They were never truly acknowledged beyond formal courtesies. Carole Middleton, however, has rewritten that rulebook. With King Charles's unexpected show of recognition, it became clear that the Middletons were no longer just extended family, they were central to the future of the monarchy. Camilla is accustomed to playing the role of the monarch's closest confidant. But she now faced an uncomfortable reality: Carole Middleton's influence was stronger than ever. The lines had shifted, and whether intentional or not, King Charles had sent a message that could not be ignored. And with Carole's growing significance, it's only a matter of time before the monarchy is forced to confront the consequences of this unexpected royal endorsement. When Carole Middleton first stepped into the royal spotlight, she was viewed as an outsider, a middle-class woman navigating a world of aristocracy and centuries-old traditions. Unlike generations of royal in-laws who faded into the background, Carole Middleton quietly carved out a role for herself that was impossible to ignore. With time, she became one of the most trusted and respected figures in royal circles. When Prince William first introduced Kate Middleton to royal life, there was immediate scrutiny surrounding her family's background. The Middletons were successful but not aristocratic, a fact that made certain royal insiders uneasy. Carole, in particular, was subjected to quiet snobbery. Her history as a former flight attendant and self-made businesswoman did not fit the traditional mold of royal in-laws, and whispers in elite circles dismissed her as too common for the royal fold. But Carole Middleton never wavered. She carried herself with the same grace and composure that would later define Kate as the Duchess of Cambridge. Rather than push for influence, she remained a pillar of discretion. She chose to let her actions, not her words, cement her place in the monarchy. Her turning point came when Prince George was born in 2013. Unlike previous royal grandmothers who maintained a formal distance, Carole took an active role in helping raise her grandson. She provided Kate with unwavering support, ensuring that the transition to motherhood was as smooth as possible. Her presence was not just welcomed, it was essential. And it marked the beginning of a new, more modern era in royal family dynamics. Carole's importance became even more evident during Kate Middleton's pregnancies, particularly when she suffered from hyperemesis gravidarum, a severe form of morning sickness that left her bedridden. While royal duties continued, it was Carole who stepped in to care for Kate behind the scenes. Most recently, Carole's support has been even more vital following Kate's cancer diagnosis and subsequent treatment. The weight of responsibility on the Wales family increased significantly. Prince William took on additional royal duties, but it was Carole who held the family together in the background. She stepped in to make sure Kate could focus on her health without worrying about her children. Her commitment has not gone unnoticed. Even within the traditionally rigid royal system, Carole's presence has been viewed as a necessity rather than a novelty. This shift in perception may have directly influenced King Charles's decision to publicly honor her with his special surprise gift. But despite her rising status, Carole Middleton's relationship with Queen Camilla has remained complicated. While the two have always maintained polite public appearances, tensions have long simmered beneath the surface. At the core of this uneasy dynamic is a fundamental difference in values and approaches to royal life. With Carole Middleton now considered a cornerstone of the modern royal family, there is growing speculation that she could even receive a Royal Victorian Order title, an honor granted by the monarch to individuals who have provided personal service to the royal family. What is certain is that Carole's influence is now stronger than ever. With Queen Camilla visibly stunned by King Charles's unexpected gesture, the question remains, is Carole Middleton now the most powerful woman in the royal family who holds no official title? The monarchy, for all its grandeur, has always been shaped by those who stand just outside its gilded gates. And Carole Middleton may be the one rewriting the rules for good. The couple walked down the aisle. While some have unfairly labeled Carole as a social climber, those who know the family best describe her as a fiercely protective mother who wanted Kate to be valued, not just tolerated, in the royal world. From the early days of Kate and William's courtship at the University of St. Andrews, Carole ensured that her daughter was never overwhelmed by the pressures of royal expectations. She advised Kate to take things slow. She helped her daughter remain poised and never appear too eager, a strategy that ultimately secured Kate's place as a future queen. When William briefly broke up with Kate in 2007, many believed it was Carole's calm and measured guidance that helped Kate maintain her dignity and ultimately rekindle the romance. She encouraged Kate to keep her head high, focus on herself, and let William come to his own realization, which, of course, he did. As wedding preparations began, Carole remained a steady influence. She ensured that Kate did not feel overwhelmed by royal protocol. Even after Kate officially became the Duchess of Cambridge, Carole continued to offer quiet guidance. She helped Kate navigate motherhood, royal duties, and the expectations placed on her. Her presence during Kate's pregnancies, her hands-on involvement in raising Prince George, Charlotte, and Louis, and her unwavering support during Kate's recent health crisis have all solidified her as an indispensable figure within the Wales family unit. Carole's influence is different from previous royal in-laws. She represents a modern, middle-class approach to royalty, one that prioritizes warmth, direct involvement, and emotional support over rigid formality. She is one of the few royal in-laws who has not just been accepted but fully integrated into the royal fold. As her presence continues to shape the future of the monarchy, the question is no longer whether she is influential, but rather how far that influence will reach. Will she eventually be formally honored for her contributions? Will future royal in-laws follow her lead in taking a more active role in their children's lives? And most importantly, how will Queen Camilla adjust to this unspoken shift in power? Kate and William's defiant loyalty to Carole. For all the whispered tensions within the palace walls, one thing has remained unshakable: Kate and William's unwavering loyalty to Carole Middleton. Through every unspoken rivalry, every attempt to limit her presence, and every clash of traditions, the Prince and Princess of Wales have stood firmly by her side. William and Kate have actively ensured that Carole Middleton remains a central part of their family's life. This defiance against tradition solidified Carole's influence and drew a sharp contrast between the modern Wales household and the old-school royal ways upheld by Queen Camilla. If there was ever doubt about William's commitment to his in-laws, his actions over the years have made it clear. Carole Middleton belongs in a monarchy that has historically placed strict boundaries on non-royal relatives. William has made a conscious effort to include the Middletons in events that typically would have excluded them. One of the most significant examples came during Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022. While royal protocol dictated that only immediate family should take prominence, Carole and Michael Middleton were granted an invitation. They were seated among some of the most powerful figures in Britain. This was a bold move by William. It sent an unmistakable message: Carole was not just an in-law, she was an integral part of his family's foundation. The same happened during King Charles's coronation in 2023. While it was an event meant to celebrate the Windsors, the Middletons were given due recognition. Again, Carole was positioned close to key royal figures. Many royal watchers noted that Camilla's side of the family did not receive the same level of visibility, something that further emphasized William's preference for a more modern, Middleton-inclusive approach. Even in smaller, more intimate settings, Carole's presence has never been sidelined. Whether it's at royal Christmas gatherings, birthday celebrations for Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, or informal family vacations, Carole remains a constant presence in her grandchildren's lives, a fact that has not always sat well with traditionalists like Camilla. Carole Middleton's true influence on the next generation. Beyond public appearances, Carole Middleton's true influence lies in the daily upbringing of Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. While past royal generations have relied heavily on nannies, governesses, and boarding schools, the Wales family has embraced a more hands-on, family-driven approach to parenting, one that is deeply rooted in Carole's influence. From the moment Prince George was born in 2013, Carole played an active role in his care. Rather than immediately entrusting him to royal staff, Kate and William chose to spend the early months of his life at the Middleton family home in Bucklebury. Here, Carole provided round-the-clock support. This was a radical departure from royal tradition. Previous generations would have relied exclusively on palace-appointed childcare. As Kate and William's family grew, Carole's presence only became more essential. She has often been spotted helping care for the children at public events. She steps in when royal duties demand Kate and William's attention. While Camilla was raised in a world where nannies and formal etiquette shaped childhood, Carole represents a far more involved, affectionate style of parenting. This has caused an undeniable shift in royal traditions. The next generation of heirs is being raised in an environment that prioritizes emotional well-being over formality. The bigger picture, what this means for the future of the royal family. The British monarchy has always been an institution of tradition. It has been built on rigid expectations and unspoken hierarchies. But the growing influence of Carole Middleton truly suggests that the old rules are beginning to change. With King Charles's special surprise gift to Carole, the shift is no longer subtle. It is a clear indication that the royal family is embracing a more modern, middle-class approach to family dynamics, one that prioritizes genuine relationships over status and pedigree. As Carole Middleton's presence continues to grow, the contrast with Queen Camilla's struggles with public perception becomes even more apparent. While Carole has been widely embraced for her warmth and dedication, Camilla remains a polarizing figure. She is often seen as a relic of the monarchy's more aristocratic past. Could this unexpected imbalance in public favor signal a deeper transformation within the royal institution itself? Even others who married into the monarchy, such as Princess Diana and Sarah Ferguson, were often treated as outsiders regardless of their contributions. The expectation was clear: royalty belonged to the royal bloodline alone. Yet, Carole Middleton has rewritten that rulebook. She has not only remained actively involved in her daughter's life but has also established herself as a respected figure within royal circles. Unlike past royal in-laws, Carole has been granted unprecedented access to the next generation of royals. And now, with King Charles's public recognition, she may be laying the groundwork for a fundamental shift in how the monarchy treats non-royal family members. If Carole's favor with King Charles continues to grow, could this set a new precedent? Will future royal in-laws be welcomed into the fold rather than kept at arm's length? More importantly, could this signal a move toward a more inclusive, modern monarchy, where family bonds take precedence over outdated aristocratic traditions? Perhaps the most significant implication of Carole Middleton's rising influence is the increasing role of middle-class values in shaping the future of the royal family. For centuries, the monarchy was a symbol of aristocratic exclusivity. Members were bound by rigid customs that often distanced royal figures from the public. But Carole represents something different, a woman who built a successful business, raised her family with modern values, and instilled in her daughter a sense of independence and resilience. These are not the values of a detached aristocracy. They are the values of a hard-working, self-made family that understands the pressures of everyday life. Prince William and Kate have fully embraced this shift. They choose to raise their children in a manner far more reflective of Carole's parenting approach than of traditional royal customs. One thing is certain: Carole Middleton has redefined the role of a royal in-law. With no title, no official status, and no aristocratic background, she has become one of the most quietly influential figures in the monarchy. The real question is Carole Middleton now the most powerful unofficial member of the royal family? If so, the monarchy may be more modern and more Middleton than ever before. What do you think? Will Carole Middleton's influence on the younger members of the royal family make a lasting impact? Share your thoughts with us in the comments.